Entry, 15th day, 6th month, year 4. And all the days and the months and the years the same. There'll be a supply coming in soon, I think. They're either due or overdue. I hope it's Allenby, because he's a decent man and he brings things for me. I look out there and I know it's not real, and reality is what I need right now. But what is there left that I can believe in? The manor and the clocks, the silence, or myself? Can I believe in myself anymore? Disjointed thought, a little crazy, but maybe I'll become like those bloody clocks. Inanimate, just an item stuck on the wall. And then would I feel loneliness? Would I feel misery? I wonder.
How are you, Corey?
Alright.
Quite a place you got here, Corey.
I'm so glad you like it.
I didn't say I liked it. I think it stinks.
Well, you don't have to live here now, do you?
No, I've got to come here 4 times a year. And that's 8 months out of 12, Corey. Away from Earth. Sometimes my kids don't even recognise me when I come home.
I'm sorry.
I bet you are. But you've got it made, don't you, Corey? Makes for simple living here. This is Corey's kingdom. 1 acre east to west, 1 acre north to south, and all of it's just this shitty house.
We've only got a 15-minute layover, Corey.
Nobody's checking schedule. Why don't we have a game of cards or something?
I'm sorry, Corey. This isn't an arbitrary decision. If we delay our time of departure more than 15 minutes, the portal back will need to accommodate the other officers on their returns back from the other realities. We'd never make it back to life as we know it to be. We'd have to stay here at least 14 days before the portal has a free time slot, and you know what would happen if we tried to go back at the same time as the other officers. System would bug out. We'd cease to exist.
So 14 days. Why not have us a ball? I've got some beer I've saved. We could play some cards. Tell me what's going on back there.
I wish we could, Corey, but like I said, we've only got 15 minutes.
So what's a few days to you? A couple of card games. How about you guys? Think I'll murder you or something over a bad hand?
I'm sorry, Corey. Let's go to the living room.
Alright. 2 minutes are gone. You got 13 minutes left. I wouldn't want to foul up your schedule, Allenby. Not for a couple of card games. Not for a few crummy bottles of beer. Allenby, what about the pardon?
You're out of luck, Corey. The sentence reads 50 years. And that's not even reviewing case of homicide. You've only been here for, so that means you've got 46 to go. So get comfortable.
I'm sorry, Corey. We don't make the rules. All we do is deliver your supplies and pass on information. I told you last time there's been a lot of pressure back home about this kind of punishment. There are a whole lot of people who think it's unnecessarily cruel. Well, who knows what the next couple of years may bring. They might change their minds, alter the law, imprison you in reality like the old days.
Look, Allenby, I have to tell you something. Every morning when I get up, I tell myself that this will be my last day of sanity. I won't be able to live another day of loneliness. Not another day. And by noon I can't keep my fingers still, and the inside of my mouth feels like gunpowder and burnt copper. And deep inside my gut I've got an ache that won't go away. And seems to be crawling all over the inside of my body, prickling at me, tearing little chunks out of me. And I think I've got to hold out for another day. Just another day. But I can't keep doing that day after day after day for the next 46 years. I'll lose my mind, Allenby. Every day I try to break free from those doors, try to break free from this cage.
You're breaking my heart, Corey.
Easy, Corey, easy!
Won't get off my rocker just yet, Corey. Stir crazy, they used to call it. Well, that's what you are now. Stir crazy.
Back off, Adams. You and Carstairs go and get the supplies. Bring them over to the kitchen.
Mr. Corey has a broken leg or something?
Knock it off, Carstairs, and go and get the stuff. Don't listen to him, Corey. some fresh water on board. They're bringing it over. Thanks. Brought you some magazines too, strictly on my own. And some old vintage movies. Science fiction stuff. You'll get a kick out of it.
Sure I will.
I brought you something else, Corey. It'd be my job if they suspected. It'd be my neck if they found out for sure.
Look, Allenby, I don't want gifts now. I don't want tidbits. It makes me feel like an animal stuck in a cage. There's a nice old lady out there who wants to throw peanuts at me. A pardon, Allenby. That's the only gift I want. I'm not a murderer. I killed in self-defense. A lot of people know that, and it happens to be the truth. I killed in self-defense.
I know, Corey. I know all about it. I doubt if it'll be much consolation to you, but it's not easy handling this kind of assignment. Stopping here 4 times a year and having to look at a man's agony.
You're quite right. That's precious little consolation.
I can't bring you freedom, Corey. All I can do is try to bring you things that help keep your sanity. Something, anything, so you can fight loneliness.
If it's a 20-year supply of puzzles, I'll have to decline with thanks. I don't need puzzles, Allenby. If I want to try to probe any mysteries of my own, I can look in the mirror and try to figure out my own.
We've got to go now. We'll be back in 3 months. Are you listening to me, Corey? This is important. It'll be around here somewhere. I've already programmed it to appear in that cupboard 5 doors down from here.
You're mysterious as hell.
I don't mean to be. It's just like I told you. I'm risking a lot to have brought this here. They don't know what it is. I'd appreciate you waiting until we get out of sight.
All right. Have a good trip back. Give my regards to Broadway and any place else while you're at it.
Sure, Corey. I'll see you.
Allenby, wait! You are now the proud owner of a robot built in the form of a woman. To all intent and purpose, this creature is a woman. Physiologically and psychologically, she is a human being with a set of emotions, a memory track, the ability to reason, to think, and to speak. She is beyond illness and, under normal circumstances, should have a lifespan similar to that of a comparable human being. Her name is Alicia.
That is my name. Alicia. What is yours?
Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't want any machine in here. Go on, get out of here.
Well,
I brought you some water. Where shall I put it?
Just leave it there and get out.
It will get warm just sitting there.
You'd know. Huh?
I can feel thirst too.
What else can you feel?
I don't understand.
I suppose you can feel heats and colds. How about pain? Can you feel pain?
That too.
How? How can you? Well, they're a machine, aren't you?
Yes.
Of course you are. So why don't they build you to look like a machine? Or why aren't you made out of metal with nuts and bolts sticking out of you with wires and electrodes and things like that? Why do they turn you into a lie? Why do they cover you with what looks like flesh? Why do they give you a face? A face that if I look at for long enough makes me think, makes me believe.
Corey.
You mock me. You know that. When you look at me, when you talk to me, I'm being mocked.
I'm sorry. Corey, you hurt me.
Hurt you? How could I hurt you? This isn't flesh. There aren't any nerves under there. There aren't any muscles or tendons. You know what you are? You're like those annoying clocks. You're a hunk of metal with arms and legs, just like those clocks. But those clocks don't mock me like you do. They don't look at me with make-believe eyes and talk to me with a make-believe voice. Well, listen, you. Listen, machine. I'm sick of being mocked at by a ghost, by a memory of woman, because that's all you are. You reminded to me that I'm so lonely, I'm about to lose my mind. You can cry too, can't you?
With reason. I can feel loneliness too.
Go back down to the kitchen, Alice. We'll eat our dinner. Alicia, I don't care. I don't care how you were born or made. Alicia has been with me now for 11 months. Twice when Allenby has brought the crew in with supplies, I've hidden her, so that the others wouldn't see her, and I've seen the question in Allenby's eyes each time. It's a question I have myself. It's difficult to write down what has been the sum total of this very strange and bizarre relationship. It is man and woman, man and machine, and there are times when even I know that Alicia is simply an extension of me. I hear my words coming from her, my emotions. The things that she has learned to love are those things that I've loved. But I think I've reached the point now where I shall not analyse Alicia any longer. I shall accept her here simply as part of my life, an integral part. Because I'm not lonely any longer. Each day can now be lived with. I love Alicia. Nothing else matters. Alicia, look. That's the star, Betelgeuse. It's in the constellation of Orion. And there's the Great Bear, with its pointer stars in line with the Northern Star. And there's the constellation of Hercules. You see, Alicia.
God's beauty.
That's right, Alicia. God's beauty.
What is going on, Corey?
That's a glitch, Alicia.
A glitch?
It must be Allenby trying to come through the portal. It's the only time this ever happens. The process of getting here usually takes hours, which means they'll probably be here in the morning. I wonder why.
What's he mean, Corey?
We'll find out in the morning, Alicia. Come on, let's go back to bed.
Hello, Corey. We wondered where you were.
You have trouble?
No, we had no trouble. This is a scheduled stop.
We've got good news for you, Corey.
I'm not interested.
You better hear what it is.
I told you, Allenby. I'm not interested.
You will be. This I guarantee.
Look, Allenby, give me a break, will you? I don't want any trouble.
We don't either.
He gets worse. If we'd come a month earlier, we would have been eating the bleaching mops with or something.
Corey! Corey! All the sentences have been reviewed. They've given you a pardon. We're to take you back home through the plane portal, but we've got to leave here in exactly 15 minutes. We can't wait any longer. We've been having technical difficulties in the system all the way out. We're almost out of energy, and not to mention, Corey, they're wiping this whole place off their systems. This reality, as we know it, will cease to exist within around 15 minutes. So we've got to go as soon as possible.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Allenby. What did you just say? What did you just say about her?
About a pardon?
But it won't do any of us good unless you get your stuff together and get ready to move, Corey. And not in organic matter, either.
I've got my clothes and that's about it. Oh, the clocks. Those will be for the next poor devil.
There won't be any next poor devil. There won't be any more exiles. This was the last time. This reality as we know it is being wiped.
Good. Wonderful. Thank God for that. Alyssa and I will wave this place goodbye. Throw a kiss goodbye, you know. The manor, the clocks, the whole works. Alyssa and I will just...
Who, Corey?
Oh my dear God, I forgot her.
It's Alicia. Allenby, it's Alicia.
He's out of his mind, isn't he?
Who's Alicia, Corey?
Who's Alicia? Adams, you idiot. Who's Alicia? Oh, you brought her. You brought her here in the simulation. She's a woman. A robot, but more like a woman. She's kept me alive, Allenby. I tell you, if it weren't for her... What's the matter? You worried about Alicia? You needn't be. Alicia's harmless. She's just like any person, and she's kind and gentle. Without her, Allenby, I'd have been finished. You'd have only had to come back to bury me.
That's what you won't let us look at. Back at the grid when you made an edit on the system.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I had to let it out.
That's all right, Corey. That's all over with, but unfortunately that's not the problem.
Problem? There aren't any problems. There are no more problems left on heaven or earth. Alicia and I'll pack up what we have here and we'll climb in that portal of yours. And when we get back to reality... Inorganic matter. Inorganic matter!
You'll have to leave the robot here. It's simply too much. It could kill us when the processor tries to bring it back.
She's not just a robot, Allenby. You don't understand. You leave her behind, that's murder!
I'm sorry, Corey, I don't have a choice. She physically can't make it through.
No! You don't understand. You can't just leave her here. Alicia, come on here! You'll see. You'll see why you can't just leave her here. Alicia!
Where is she, Corey?
I don't know. But when you see her, you'll know why you can't leave her behind.
Look, Corey, we just want you to get your gear packed and to get out of here. We've got about 10 minutes. How about it, Captain?
Come on, Corey.
No. I'm not leaving. You don't understand. I can't just leave.
You don't understand. This is our last trip here. This is anybody's last trip here. This is off the system now. That means no supplies, no nothing. That means if you stay here, you die here. And that way, there'd be a day, Corey, where you pray for that death to come quicker than it's bargained for.
I can't help it. I can't just leave her here. And you won't take us. That means I stay. Alicia! Alicia! Come here. Tell them who you are. Don't be afraid.
You don't understand, Corey. I saw this thing get crafted, shoved into a box.
I don't care.
She's a machine, Corey. She's a motor with tubes, wires and batteries.
She's a woman!
Captain Allenby.
What?
We've got just 4 minutes. We've got to leave. If we wait any longer than that, sir, we'll have no energy to get back. We're too far away from our reality. I don't think we'll make it, sir.
How about it, Captain Allenby? Leave him here.
We can't leave him here, sick, mad, or half alive. We've got to bring him back. Those are the orders.
Corey, now isn't just you. Now that it's all of us. So that means we can't talk anymore and we can't argue with you. We simply just have to take you.
Alicia, talk to them. Tell them who you are. Tell them you're a woman.
I'm sorry, Corey. I have no choice. I have no choice at all.
No, Allenby, you can't. She's a human being.